Alright folks, hang on to your hats, we are ready for the run. Allow me to introduce IzzyHope running Monsters Inc. on the PlayStation 3 any percent category. Take it away, Izzy.
Well, I'm gonna get started right away because there's a load screen here at the beginning, so time will start in 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, hello everyone, my name is IzzyHope58, and I'm going to be running Monsters Inc. on the PS2. This is a pretty short run, it's pretty fun, pretty easy run as well, so we have a lot of these load screens throughout the run, just as a warning, but should be starting here in a second. Alright, here we go, and just gonna mash through some text real quick. And the game is broken. So, we're flying here. You're gonna be seeing this throughout a lot of the game, just slowly flying like that. I'll explain that in just a second. We're just gonna wait for water news here and charge in here and grab this key card without being seen by our boss. And then that is the end of the first level. So, what in the world just happened? Well, this game was rushed, very much so. So, when they were developing this game, they actually had a debug mode that allowed Sully to fly, and it's actually using a second controller. Basically, if you have a second controller plugged in, you're able to fly pretty much anywhere in the level. So we're going to be using that for pretty much every level in the game. So we're just going to be flying up here real quick. Sully's animation is also very funny when he flies. He just kind of waves his hands in the air. So we're just gonna make our way up here, and we're going to scare this thing right here. And this level has a lot of mashing, because basically, when using the second controller, you want to, if you want to go up, you want to hold the button on the second controller, but if you want to like hold forward, you want to alternate between using the debug mode and not using the debug mode, so you can gain some distance forward. So I'm just mashing the L1 button as fast as I can right now, just flying out of bounds. And in a second here, I should be kind of doing a little glitchy teleport up, just like that, kind of every now and then. So we're just flying to the end of the level here. Takes a lot of mashing for this. And this is also on a second controller. Yeah, this game, this is funny. This is what we're going to be seeing for a large part of the run. Just Sully waving his hands in the air. So if we have anything that the host wants to say, now would be a good time to say a couple words.
Absolutely, thank you so much. If you'd like to help out with future events for Fastest Place on Earth, we do run volunteer applications on our Discord server, so keep an eye out if you're interested in helping with the show. The best part is our volunteer roles do not require experience, and we would be happy to have you and your support even if it's your first time. For more information, check out our Discord by typing !Discord in the chat.
Alright, so we got to the end of the level there, and as you can see, even at the end, sometimes I'll just fly up. So what I actually have set up on my second controller here is I actually have rubber bands that are holding both of the sticks up, and that's because you need to hold the sticks up. So runners usually just put rubber bands on their controllers, on their second controller, to have that set up. So this is a pretty short level as well. This is the apartment level. We're just going to be flying over to the end here and do just a tiny bit of platforming, trying to avoid these steam things. Didn't quite get it. And there is actually a one controller category that obviously it disallows this flying glitch with the second controller, and that category actually sees quite a bit more of the game. This upcoming level, though, Sully's apartment, we're actually not going to be using the flying glitch as much as in the other levels, because this level actually has some tasks that are more than just get to the end of the level. So in this level, we have Boo with us, and here I'm going to... that didn't work. So in this level, we have to collect different pieces of furniture in order to hide Boot away to convince the other monsters that she's not human, she's a monster. What are you talking about? So we're going to be going all across this apartment building. Right now we have Boo on our back, which means we aren't able to sprint or dash. Usually we're able to just mash the L1 button on our first controller, and that will allow us to run really fast, but we can't do that right now. But the reason that we have Boo on our back is because Boo makes our scares a lot more powerful. Sometimes. So, scare this guy, and he's gonna give us a piece of furniture to hide Boo away. So, and now what we are going to do is we are going to be trying to take a death warp here, because going up to the apartment is a lot slower, but if we die, we'll just go back to the beginning of our apartment here. We're also going to jump as we set Boo down. That allows us to keep moving. Like that piece of furniture there. Talk to Mike. Now we're going to be going down to the first floor. And we're going to try to avoid some of the CD agents because they know that Boo is here and is a human. So they're storming the building. So we're gonna try to get this furniture piece, and then we're actually going to be caught by them in order to do another death warp. Back up. Make our way up here. Hi there, take me back to my room, please. Please? Hello? There we go. Alright. So here I'm going to try to do a skip where I talk to Mike, and if you do it just right, you're able to skip a little cutscene of Sully just standing there, and you can collect that key early. And we need this key in order to go into the boiler room. And we're actually going to be using flying a little bit once we get to this room. Gonna try to take some damage there to set up for a death warp. Another thing about the death warps is if I die in this room, I will respawn in this room and I won't actually go back to my apartment. So I need to make sure I'm not in any additional rooms such as this boiler room in order to actually get a death warp back to the apartment. So just gonna take damage here, and since I'm out here, death warp will work. So now we got one more piece that we have to collect, and this is going to be up in the elevator shaft. And once again, this is a room that, if we die in here, we'll just respawn in here. Just doing some flying. So instead, what we're going to do is we are going to fly out of bounds and then die while out of bounds by hitting the floor here. So we're going to be somewhat out of bounds, but still hit the floor, and hopefully... Nope, that didn't work because I slightly got back in bounds. Or in the room, so we're going to try that again. And I did not hit the floor. Alright, so we're just going to spend some time flying up here. There we go. Alright, there we go. So we died while we were out of bounds, so that sends us back to the apartment, and that is the end of Sully's apartment. Now, the next level we are going to be going to is the garbage chute. But, host, if you have anything else you'd like to say, now would be a good time during this load screen.
Absolutely, thank you. You are again watching the Fastest Place on Earth, raising money for PRISM, an LGBTQ+ charity in Southern Florida. PRISM provides LGBTQ inclusive education and sexual health resources for youth aged 15 to 24 in Southern Florida. This organization works to combat the recent Don't Say Gay bill with openness and inclusivity to all. You can type !donate in chat to donate to the cause, or !PRISM for more information about the charity.
Alright, so we are in the garbage chute level. Once again, just using little bits of our second controller in order to just fly over everything. A little bit of history about the development of this game. So this is actually one of the lesser known. This is actually the lesser known Monsters Inc. game, even though this is technically the official movie tie-in, a lot more people remember the Monsters Inc. Scream Team or Scare Island game. And that's honestly a much better game, and that was actually released more towards the release of the movie. This game was actually released in early 2002, a few months after the movie came out, and the company that actually made it actually went bankrupt just slightly before the game came out, and I believe another studio had to finish up the game. So yeah, this is definitely the lesser known, even though it's officially the movie tie-in. So we are now in the Himalayas level. This is probably one of the hardest levels of the run. Also, we have our sprinting ability, but if we sprint too much, we end up doing this, like, little staggered animation. So I'm actually going to be jumping while... And hopefully I don't die. I'm actually going to be jumping after I do each sprint in order to avoid that, stagger animation happening. And jump over that bit of ice that's going to fall on us. And we're going to try to avoid these icicles falling down on us. We only have one hit left, which isn't great. Also, there's a goat here. That's a goat. There are goats in this game, confirmed. So, just running, again, making sure we're jumping in between each run. And hopefully you don't get hit by a snowball. Gotta dodge them all. Using a little bit more flying there. This is probably one of the 2 levels that does not extensively use flying. I mean, we do use it in a handful of places, but definitely not as much as most of the levels where basically we just fly all the way to the end. And should be able to get help here. So I should be fine. Still a little bit low, but should be fine. Oh. And do a neat little double jump on here. Because for some reason those springs let you double jump. I think that's intended, or I don't know, it's weird. So yeah. Almost at the end here, we just got to make our way across this final gap here. There's another goat, and there's more. We're in the human world, by the way, now, so I guess that's why there's goats. Just fly across here. And we have made it to the Himalaya village, and I guess now we are going to try to make our way back into the monster world if we're following the story of the movie. So this level would be a very cool, interesting looking level, because it's the door vault. There's tons of awesome platforming, but the end of the level is like right there, so I have the second controller, so I'm just gonna fly to the end. I know this level will look really cool, but yeah. We have to go get Randall. Randall has Boo, so jump, jump. Didn't quite. Tried to do swag movement there. Alright, and that is Door Vault. We are on to the final level. This level, we're actually not going to be using the second controller at all, so I'm just gonna throw that away. So basically, this level is the final boss, and there's a pretty simple skip that allows us to skip all the intended gameplay for this. So, just going to sprint through. We can just kind of go through this wall, scare this thing, and that's pretty much it. So time is coming up as soon as the screen goes dark. Where will everyone get their scream now? The energy crisis will only get worse because of you. And time. That was Monsters Inc. PS2, and we also get this very cheesy congratulations screen. Congratulations! We flew through the entire game and, just broke everything. Congratulations. Get this PNG. Alright, well that was Monsters Inc. PS2. Thank you all so much for watching and having me. This was pretty fun. I will be back later with Inside Out. Yeah, if anyone wants to find me, I'm IzzyHope58. I run a ton of Pixar games. on Twitch. So yeah.
GG's. Thank you so much. That was short and awesome and explosive and infinitely entertaining. Thank you so much for sharing that run.
Of course.
That was amazing. And if you can't get enough of IzzyHope, she will indeed be back. Run some other games later on in the marathon. Don't forget about our bid wars, where we have Disney's Party, where you can choose the character that will be run. That is a 4-way battle between Mickey and Minnie and Donald and Goofy. And we also have an incentive for the Inside Out run later today. That will be a glitch showcase. We still have some time to meet those goals, so definitely check it out. You can type !donate in the chat to get some more details.